Morning, everybody. Staring at the bags under my eyes. I'm not really sure why they're there, considering I haven't done anything for the last 4 or 5 days. Mostly just rest and drawing, no firefighting, no EMSing. Anyway, the last 4 or 5 days have been challenging, to say the least. On Thursday, maybe Thursday, probably Friday. But I had some router trouble. The actual wireless router on my home network here died, and I got a replacement from Target. It was a Belkin, like AC 1900, something like that. It was super on sale and half off, and I guess I kind of know why it was super on sale and half off. That's because it didn't work. It was basically so there were three and a half hours of my life I pulled back working with customer service, customer care, whoever. Either way, it doesn't work. I installed several wireless routers. So this wasn't the first time, so I felt like I kind of knew what I was doing, what I was getting into. Long story short, went back in the day, got a net gear, which I should have gotten the first time, plugged in 6-7 minutes later, up and running, and things were good. The downside is all the other components of the house, so the Xbox, wireless printers, everything on the network needed to be updated, and now the printer runs a little screwy. I don't know if it's the network or what. It's not as happy as it used to be. Regardless of what I'm doing. There was a lot of baby shopping this weekend. The wife wanted to go out and cross a bunch of things off the list. We needed to get some frames for some pieces that we picked up. I got to meet again Chris Uminga, Chrissy Zullo. I forget his first name, but the dude who runs Hamiltoons up this way, he does a lot of caricatures. And finally got a chance to meet Amanda Dufresne. I say her last name real funny like, but she's super nice. She does a stream over on Twitch. Dufresne, go check her out. Looking at my list of things, the wife wants baby shower invitations, and she made this little sticky note with a whole bunch of other things for me to design with those little monsters that I was doing, on top of pillows and invitations and thank yous and stickers and all these things. Amidst all of that, we decided to get a digital cutter, so I can make some of these stickers and cut out some of these things. Something that's been on my list of I guess wants for a little while, to make stickers for Comic-Con, to make stickers for the fire department, vinyl iron-ons for t-shirts, and I may even try doing some making basically a screen or a stencil to do some silk screening, and I guess you can even do some glass engraving kind of stuff. So I don't know, it's a fun toy, and hopefully it'll help me turn what I'm doing for drawing into a small business, so I don't just rely on drawings themselves. I can actually do some printing and cutting and make, like, I don't know, these little novelty stickers and other things. So that's kind of cool and exciting. The other thing that I had to do this weekend was semi-winterize the yard, which is tough to do with a broken foot, but the yard needed to be, you need to start up a snowblower, make sure that works. I needed to run the generator to make sure that works, and to put the garden hose away and all that stuff so it doesn't freeze. And it's certainly getting cold out there, so I still have somehow magically I need to move 3 tons of pellet from the front of my driveway to my basement. I'm not really sure when and how that's going to happen yet, but that needs to happen, and there's still some patio furniture on the deck that needs to move. So, comic progress. Let me dig it up here. So, I played around a little bit with doing some sketches digitally on my tablet thing that you can't see. Let me see if I can try to. Here's the back of it. And maybe I can show the front of it too. Yeah. So there. So anyway, trying to use Manga Studio, but there was a problem with Manga Studio for some reason. I don't know, the last security update or something with my Mac OS slowed it down, so it was slow to, there was a lag, which makes it hard to draw. So I reinstalled the driver, spent an hour trying to do that, and it just didn't work. Switched over to Photoshop, and it seemed to be fine there, so I don't know if it was just the update or something, but they didn't like each other, and I don't know, maybe there'll be another update to the driver soon, and I'll switch back to that, because I prefer sketching in Manga Studio than I do in Photoshop, but whatever, we'll make it happen. So we did these, a couple of sketches. I think I showed the pumpkin sketch last time out. Spent some time and actually inked it. So this is on 8.5 by 11 Xerox color copy cardstock, which is super smooth and a bright white, and I don't know if you can see the difference between the two, but yeah, maybe you can. The one on the left here is the Xerox, and then this here in my right hand is just regular Bristol, which is slightly thicker, but and it has slightly more tooth to the paper, but it is a little bit more yellow, which I guess doesn't really matter a whole lot, but I have a lot of the Xerox paper, and it inks fine, and Copics, I'm used to using it with Copics, so it's all good there. So anyway, sketch digitally, dump the color out, reduce the grays to like 5%, and then print those on the cardstock, or the cover stock rather. So then it looks something like this. You can kind of see a haze of it. Actually, you can see it really well on the screen. You can't see it as well in person, but then go over the top of that with inks. So I've been using a combination of sort of my favorite lately, which is these zebra pens, and then mixing it in with a variety of these Pentel brush pens, different sizes, thicknesses, to get sort of, I don't know, whatever desired anything I'm trying to get for. And then the other pen, the other one that I use a lot is this Pigma brush pen, and specifically because, and you're really not going to see it when you try, because the brush pen, I don't know if it's like a lower quality, has a lower quality bristles than the Pentel brush pen, but they separate it a little bit, so they don't hold in a fine line anymore, which is kind of cool because it gives texture to the drawing. So I use this almost all the time for like reflections in hair, or something that's black that's got a reflection in it, because it'll give really fine threads and a really cool texture to it, which I like, and I don't have to manually draw with some sort of technical pen. But anyway, so pumpkin inked today, scan and add color just to see if I can, how it works that way, and then maybe also some Copics just to have an original of whatever. Here's the problem for me with this. The full color version one there is, I think, is inked a little too light. I think it needs a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more detail in the inks. The one that I did the last couple of days, the last few days, too much ink. And maybe it's a little early because I haven't added the color to it, but too much ink, too dark, too many, I don't know, too much detail. It's definitely overworked. So the middle ground is somewhere between those two, and this is, again, all part of the process. But the good news with this is that I can just print out another one and give it another shot. So I may do that. So then the next one, which is only probably 40% done, is an attempt at a comic. So here's an attempt at a comic. Again, 8.5 by 11, this time horizontal. We'll reduce this in size, and I don't know how small to make it or whatever. We're going to play with that a little bit, but I'm going to try to make this somewhere in the middle and get there. So there's some progress the last few days, not as much progress as I would like, but sometimes life gets in the way, and a pregnant wife has certain demands. I'm sure some of you can feel me on that. Anyway, there's that. I'm going to work on that today, get some more sketches done. Lots of story ideas, so I want to just kind of poop out a whole bunch of those sketches and get them on paper, and then I can figure out what I want to do. I don't know if the final comic will be hand inked. I'm gonna take this pumpkin drawing, and I'm gonna digitally ink it probably today or tonight, and compare the results and see what we got. Because doing an original adds like 15 million more steps than just sketching digitally, inking digitally, coloring digitally. It's all in one place, 3 steps. Whereas doing it on paper means sketching digitally, printing the sketch, inking the sketch, scanning it back in, cleaning it up, and then coloring digitally. A lot more steps and a lot more time consuming, and I kind of want to remove some of that. For the originals, it's cool to have. For the comic, I need to pick up the pace. Anyway, the other thing that I noticed when doing the 100 days of making comics here is that if I don't do a video every day, I don't know what number I'm on. So every time I go to do a video, like this morning, I had to figure out that this is for day 35 through 39, but if I had just done yesterday, then it would have been 38, or whatever. It would have been 38, and today would have been 39. And then it would have been no problem. Tomorrow I'd be like, oh, well, this is day 40, blah, blah, blah. So I might be off on a day or two because my math is really wrong, or I haven't looked at things right, or something. But anyway, today's day 35 through 39. I need to come up with like a calendar or something to help me remind me what days are what, and go from there. But whatever. Last things last. Broken toe. I have an appointment with ortho today. I went for a follow-up on Friday, and we took an x-ray, and the x-ray showed little to no healing. So 3.5 weeks since I broke my big toe, dropping a giant piece of plywood on it like a guillotine. We haven't really made any progress, so that is wicked frustrating. Yeah, really frustrating and disappointing, and you know, I love my job at the firehouse, and I really feel like I've let the guys down, and the doctor sort of said, well, there's not a whole lot you can do other than rest it, and that's really what I've tried to do, outside of winterizing the yard a little bit yesterday. You know, if it didn't heal in that time and I had an appointment with ortho today, then you know, what's an afternoon trying to move some stuff into the shed. Anyway, so appointment with ortho today. I don't know what the deal is going to be. Obviously they're going to keep me out at least another 2 weeks, so that's going to suck. So I don't know. Anyway, that's it for me with the update. Thanks for watching. It's almost 15 minutes long, which is to me a long one, but I guess it's, you know, 4 or 5 days worth of, well, 4 days worth of makeup. So anyway, I'm out. I'm gonna go do some of this drawing stuff. Appointment with ortho tonight, and then you know, the wife's got me doing all these baby shower invitation things, so I better get on that before she gets angry. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out. Stay safe. We'll see you at the next one.